Starter Deck 15, Dragon of Courage, and Starter Deck 16, Wolf of Friendship, are here, and they introduce a new world of Digimon cards and mechanics into the English version of the game. Counter timing effects, Blast Digivolve, the Overflow mechanic are just some of the new ways that Digimon is increasing its depth of mechanics and card pool, all wrapped up in what could very well be some of the best starter decks ever printed for the game. But are they? In today's video, we're going to find out what's better, a single advanced starter deck, Beelzemon, or two Wolf of Friendship starter decks. I, of course, will be using Beelzemon because I'm a gluttonous edgelord that loves milling and being a little bit greedy, and my pal Jeffrey, aka Avault, is going to be using the double Wolf of Friendship starter deck. And if you're curious as to what two Wolf of Friendship starter decks can create, I'll be sure to leave a link down below to Avault's video talking about the very same deck. And now is the time to figure out once and for all which purple starter deck stands above the rest in the Digimon TCG. After we hear about today's sponsor. Into the AM is an online apparel company based here in Southern California, and they make everything from super comfortable sweatpants to hats that are super useful for hiding those unruly curls you're growing out, and of course, beautiful graphic tees that prioritize self-expression of passion and comfort. One of my personal favorites is the Cyber Cafe collaboration they did with fellow YouTuber Chef PK. Amazingly comfortable and lets my inner weeb fly whenever I feel like it. If you are looking to upgrade your everyday apparel, be sure to check out Into the AM in the links down below and use code CHAMP10 at checkout to save yourself 10% off your order and support the channel in the process. On to the games! You want to do a 2-dice high roll to pick who goes first?
I only have one, if that's okay.
Oh, in that case, we're going to do the patented heads or tails. I'm going to roll, you're going to call, evens or heads, odds or tails.
I'll do odds.
It is a 1.
I will be going first.
Alrighty, you're going first, my friend.
Okay.
The ever-important mulligan.
Very, very important.
This hand could be better.
I will mulligan.
You're gonna mulligan? I'm gonna mulligan as well. It's always interesting in Digimon now that we have mulligans as a part of the game. Like, this is a playable hand, but I can draw a better one.
Don't greed. Don't greed.
No, hey, you know what? I'm playing Beelzemon, brother. I gotta be as greedy as possible if I want to win this. I'm gonna be either the most greedy player in the world during this match, or I'm gonna be the most terrified player in this match. I'm either gonna do everything or nothing. That's what's happening.
That's true. That's a pretty good way to describe how the deck works. That is true. You're gonna do everything, or you're gonna do nothing. It really works like that.
Also against your deck, my brother, I have to contend with hand traps. I gotta make sure I'm playing safe, not just consistent. All right, cut or tap.
Just cut is all good. Just half again.
Same for you as well, my friend. Alrighty,
good.
Alrighty. The Hand of Destiny. Also, I can afford to be a bit greedy. I'm going second, so I get that 6th card magic.
That is true. That is true.
Oh, baby. Greed wins again. Greed always wins.
Oh no. All right then, good luck.
Ooh, baby, game 1, man. Here we go.
All right then, let's go here. I'll hatch my Sunomon. I'm gonna Digivolve it into the Lekmon. I'm just gonna draw for Digivolving, and let's actually Digivolve for 2 into the Meramon here in the back and draw, and then you can go ahead.
That Meramon has retaliation, right?
No, it does not. It has on deletion, gain a memory.
Okay. That's way less scary. Let's go ahead and hatch a Yamon. Oh, I'll evolve into the original Impmon, the OG. And then I'll play Candlemon, a card I've never played in Beelzemon before, but today we're playing it. On play, I can trash the top 2 cards of my deck. We have a Fascomon and a Skull Satamon. Over to you. You're at 1.
Sounds good. It does not do anything else, does it?
On deletion, if I have 10 or more cards in trash, draw 1. So it's strictly worse than your Meramon.
Okay. Sounds good. I'll draw for turn then. Alrighty. Let's move the Meramon up. We're gonna Put you to 2. We're actually gonna Digivolve into the Weregurumon here, and then you can go ahead.
Okay, so that young man he has effects, correct?
It sure does. It is when attacking once per turn by trashing 1 card from my hand, I get to unsuspend this Digimon. And Hurtable is when attacking once per turn by trashing 1 card from my hand, I get to delete one of your level 4 or lower Digimon.
Don't you mean you're inheritable? You can unsuspend again? Don't you mean? Isn't that what the card says?
You want me to use that one? I got it right next to me. I can switch it right now.
No. You can go ahead and use the correct one. That's fine. So I'm playing against Metal Garurumon, and I need to worry about counter. Would you be like the best opponent ever and explain to me how counter works again?
Absolutely not. You're gonna have to attack and find out.
So I have to attack. Okay, I was given more information than I needed. Great. Oh gosh, this is so tough. I actually want to do things, and my deck is a bit more aggressive than this, but I can't go for the plays I want to. I think I'm safe to just maybe chill for a little bit. So I'm going to evolve for 2 into Witchmon. Go to 0, draw. Thanks to when Digivolve, I can mill the top 3 cards of my deck. We have an Itmon from BT2, we have Rivals Barrage, and we have Wizardmon. So this will come into play, and I will gain a memory off of my Wizardmon. Let's just go ahead and evolve down here into poor Koopamon to give you 1. Once again, another card I haven't really played in Beelzemon before.
Alright, shall draw for turn. Let's hatch my Sunomon. Let's Digivolve into Elecmon once again. The same one, draw for Digivolving. Okay, now, this is a big pivotal part. Let's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Let's pay 3, and we're gonna Digivolve into our Metal Gurumon Ace right here.
Okay.
We're gonna draw for Digi. Okay. We're gonna use his effect to trash up to 3 cards from our hands. Let's trash. Let's trash the Meramon. We'll trash. What else should we trash here? 1, 2, 3, 4. We're gonna trash a Skull Mammoth and a Matashita to gain 3 memory back.
Okay, so you go back to 1.
Exactly. Next, let's actually swing at our security with Metal Gurumon. We'll use the Sunomon and Hurtable first. When attacking, if I have 6 or fewer cards in my hand, I get to draw 1. Next, I am going to use, which one is level 4? So I'm just going to use the Weregurumon and Hurtable when attacking once a turn. By trashing 1 card from my hand, delete one of your level 4 lower Digimon, so I'll delete your Witchmon. And that will be all the effects, and it'll be swinging in for 1 check at 11k.
The check reveals 7k Skull Satamon.
Nice, okay, pretty good. I'll pass you back to 1. I'm going to Digivolve into Garurumon here in the back and draw.
I'm going to go ahead and draw for turn. So the good news is that at this point in time, you don't have the ability to counter me because you do not have a level 5 in play, but still don't know if I'm in a good position quite yet. So I might just take another turn off, just play an Iron Mako, give you 2, reveal 1, 2, 3, and 4. I think here, I only have 2 of this Itmon in my deck. I kind of want to grab it, but I don't know if I need that. I think I'll take Wizardmon. Put the rest on the bottom. Over to you.
I will stand and I will draw. Let's use the Metal Guard to continue to attack. We use the Sunomon again to draw 1. And then we have no other effects, so 1 check at 11k.
Check reveals Balmon at 7k.
Very nice. Then we'll put you back to 1 once again. We're going to Digivolve into Weregurumon here and draw. And then you can go ahead.
Draw for turn. Let's go ahead and promote poor Kapumon. And I have an interesting decision here, in that I kind of want to insulate myself against your removal on the next turn, if possible. But I could, this is the Beelzemon shenanigans. I could do something a little greedy here. I think we'll go greed. I'm pretty confident that the greed will pay off. So I'm going to activate Rival's Barrage to add Balmon back to my hand. I'm then going to evolve into Balmon for 3, going to 2. I'm going to draw using the effect of Iron Mako. I'm going to gain a memory after placing a purple card from my hand on top of the deck. I'm then going to use his Wind Drawing effect to mill 3 cards from the top. We're going to mill a Wizardmon, a Porkumon, and an Iron Mako. I'm going to gain a memory off of Wizardmon to go back to 0. Gives me 10 cards in my trash. Sorry, 11 cards in my trash. And then he gains the Wind Drawing effect that says on deletion, if there are 10 or more cards in my trash, I may play a Beelzemon from my trash without paying the cost. That lasts until the end of your turn. And now we have the question. The question of all questions. Yeah, let's evolve into Beelzemon from the starter deck. Give you 4, draw. On Digivolve, I'm going to go ahead and mill 1, 2, 3, and 4. I'm going to mill my Rival's Barrage, go here. These 3 will go here. And then I gain a memory for every 10 cards in trash. I have 10, 14, so I'm going to go to 2. You're going to go to, sorry, 3. Over to you.
Okie dokie. I will spend and I'll draw. Let's push this Wergurumon up. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So this time, we're going to use the Metal Gurumon to swing air security once again here. We're going to use its effect first. This time, to trash 1 card from my hand to delete one of our opponent's Digimon with the lowest level. So we will attempt to delete your Beelzemon.
That'll activate his on deletion effect to let me play a Beelzemon from my trash.
Sounds good. And because I also have 6 cards in my hand, now I'll resolve the Sunamon to draw me 1 more card. And then it will be at 1 check, 11.
The check reveals which mon.
In this case, the safest play would actually to Digivolve for 3 into my other Metal Gurumon ace here.
Oh, must be nice to have 4 of them.
Let's use... Which effect should we go for? How many? Let's do 1, 2... Yeah, let's do 1, 2, and 3. So we'll gain back all the way going back to 3 here. Now we're going to attack your security. We're going to use Sunamon here first to draw 1 card. We're then going to use Garurumon to, when attacking once a turn, to draw 1 and trash 1. We're going to trash this one. And then we're going to use the Metal Gurumon ace here to delete, once again, your lowest level Digimon.
Bang.
And then it'll be at 1 check, 11.
Check reveals Impmon, 1k.
And then we're going to have to put you back to 1 again. And we're going to play a Matt Ishida Memory Tamer. And you can go ahead.
I'll go ahead and draw. Let's go ahead and hatch. Let's evolve into Impmon and draw. So I know what you're thinking. You have 2 Metal Garurumons. I have 1 security. My board's gone. But I'm playing Beelzemon, brother. Let's see how many cards are in my trash. I've got 5, 10, 15, 21. I'm gonna activate Death Slinger for 4. Go to 3. Normally this only deletes a level 4 or lower, but for every 10 cards in my trash, I can increase that number by 1. And I have 20, so I'm gonna delete your level 6 Metal Garurumon. What happens when he gets removed from the battle area, friend? It doesn't matter which one. Anyone.
I don't know. This one I don't know. I don't know what happens actually.
So overflow, right? It does only work during your turn. It works during my turn, right?
It works everybody's turn. Yes.
Yeah. So now I gain 4 memory back, right?
Yes, you do.
So I go back to 1. Hey, I have a second one. So I'm gonna do it again, and I'm gonna go right back.
Oh, that was a good one. That was a nice play.
Oh, we love card balance. We We love card balance so much, and I have even more great news because I have 23 cards in my trash now. This now becomes a let's see, 8. So it's a 5-cost card. I'm gonna go ahead and give you 4 memory with Beelzemon. Over to you.
Sounds good. All right. Well, I shall drop a turn. Let's hatch and Digivolve in the Tapirmon here in the back and draw. Let's then Digivolve for 2 into Garurumon here and draw. We'll put you back to 1 once again. We're going to Digivolve into Garurumon and draw. And then you can now go ahead.
I'll draw for turn. Let's go ahead and promote. Not sure the best way to go about doing this. Let's see. Definitely want to wait on that. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and declare an attack with my Impmon using his when attacking effect. Because I have 20 or more cards in trash, I can actually evolve into a Beelzemon from my trash for a cost of 3. I'm now going to go to give you 2. I'm going to draw. On Digivolve with this Beelzemon, I'm now going to mill the top 4 cards of my deck. 1, 2, 3, 4. I have a Death Slinger and a Wizardmon here, so I'm going to gain 2 memory to go to 0. I'm going to trigger the effect of Beelzemon because cards were milled. I can play an Impmon from my trash without paying the cost, and this Impmon actually gains Rush during this turn. I'm going to choose to pick this Impmon. I'm now going to trigger Beelzemon's ability. For every 10 cards in my trash, I'm going to gain a memory. I think I'm still just at 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. So I'm going to gain 2 memory to go to 2. I'm going to trigger the on-play of Impmon here to look at the top 4 cards of my deck. Add 1 Digimon card with Beelzemon in its name or Iron Mako. There is no copies of any of those cards. So I'm going to put these back on the bottom. And then this guy gains plus security attack because a card was milled. I'm attacking your security for 12 2 checks.
12 2 checks. All right. First check, 1 Gabumon. Second check, Layman of Friendship. Activate this card's main effect. Return 1 Digimon card from my trash back to hand. Then one of my Digimon with Garurumon in its name, gain on deletion, play this card without paying memory cost until the end of the opponent's turn, which I don't have, so basically just grab something back.
Okay.
What should we grab? Let's go for... Might actually need to go for a... We'll go for an Electmon here.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's just on play, draw 1, right?
That is on play, draw 1, trash 1.
All right, so I'm currently at 2 memory. Oh, there's a couple of things we can do. I think no matter what, I swing with Beelzemon here, so I'm just going to swing 11 at security.
Sound good. 8.
Okay. So it's possible for you to attack twice using that Were Garurumon, but it's not possible for you to attack twice once you evolve into Metal Garurumon.
No, it is not.
So what I could do is... I'm just gonna play poor Kapumon and give you 2. On play, I'm gonna mill the top 2 cards of my deck. We have Blast Mode and Candlemon. Nothing on your board to delete, so it's over to you.
Matt will set me to 3.
Yes.
And I shall draw a turn. Okay.
Just a heads up so you know, I have Beelzemon that says, like, when you attack, I'll mill a card, and I have Beelzemon that'll say I'll gain a memory for every card in my trash when a card is milled.
Gotcha. Okay.
How the turntables when you're playing against the snowbally Lord of Gluttony, Beelzemon, huh? You're facing down a double barrel of destruction, my friend. What are you gonna do?
I'm gonna move it up regardless.
Okay. No fear.
Let's put you back to 1.
I'm
We'll
at
play
1.
another match. And you shall go ahead.
Okay. You're doing the good old I'm just gonna, how do I say this? I'm just gonna use my hand trap and stop his turn so he doesn't try to go for game. Is that what we're doing today? Is that what we're doing? I have half a mind to just attack anyway. I really do. I really have half a mind just to say, who cares? He either doesn't have it, or even if he does, it doesn't matter. But this card has been putting in so much work today. I may as well just use Death Slinger again. Give your 3 and delete your guy.
Oh no.
Over to you, my good sir.
Okay.
We love removal. We stand removal, boys and girls. The great equalizer.
Man, that card's too good. I'll Digimon Intellectmon here in the back and draw. Okay. Okay. Now, let's do this. Let's play a Gabumon for 3 costs. We're gonna Digivolve into Garurumon for 2 costs here and draw. We're gonna use his effect where we get to trash. When Digivolving, draw 1 and trash 1. We'll trash a Garurumon here. Now with Matt's effect, all turns once per turn, when one of my effects trashes a card, I get to spend to gain a memory. So I will gain 2 back. I will put you to 3 and Digivolve here into a Mammothmon and draw. And now you can go ahead.
That young man has blocker retaliation, doesn't he?
It only has blocker. It doesn't have retaliation. The retaliation is it's inheritable.
Ah, okay. So I'm gonna go ahead and promote my Itmon. So wait a second. The way counter timing works, blocker doesn't happen until after. Okay, good. That's good. That's good to know. You can't block first and then Digivolve. So that's good to know. That is important. So your plan here is to you're gonna do some kind of shenanigan with the stupid counter, and I don't know if I can stop it. But I'm gonna go for it anyway. I'm gonna declare an attack with Beelzemon. I'm gonna resolve the effect of my Yammon to mill 2, 1, and 2, and I think that gives me a total of 30 now. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. I'm gonna gain 3 memory to go to 6, and then I'm gonna trigger Beelzemon's ability to play an Impmon from my trash. If I have one, I'm pretty sure I do. I do. I got this Impy boy right here. He gains Rush. And then this guy gains plus security attack. It's going to be 12 at security. Any counter effects, good sir?
Thinking here. Thinking phase.
By all means.
I'm pretty sure no matter what I do at this point, it's there's not too much. So let's see what we got in security.
Alrighty.
I'll take the
Do it.
7K Mammoth and a Baldy Blow. Delete one of your opponent's Digimon that's level 5 or lower.
I got Imp, and Pork.
Let's delete your Imp.
Which one?
That has
Which one?
the inheritable.
All right, so yeah, so I'm gonna mill 5 cards thanks to both their effects. And I have exactly 4 cards in my deck. So we've got 1, a 2, a 3, and a 4 with Hitmon. I'll mill 3 more of the deck that I don't have. Man, if you could end my turn right now, that'd be pretty crazy, wouldn't it? I'm gonna swing with Beelzemon for lethal.
Well, even though I do have the ace, I don't think I can stop the attack.
Yes,
So
because thankfully I was able to force you to use your mats on your turn prior, so you couldn't like gain 5 memory out of nowhere.
Death Slingers are really good cards.
I was like, my opening hand was all level 6s and Death Slingers, and I'm like, okay, we're just gonna play the game that I get to 20 cards in trash as quickly as possible, and hope these Death Slingers will get me the rest of the way. And they did. This all-important game 2. Are you going first or second, my friend?
I feel like I need to go first.
Okay.
Just because your deck really thrives on going first. You know, once you get the engine going, it's really good for you. So I'm actually gonna have to go first for this one.
All right, cutter tap.
How would you like to cut
cutter
it?
tap. Half for you is
Just
fine.
half cut.
Half for you is fine. All right.
Half is good. Sounds
All right.
good.
I'm going second. This hand is fine.
I will need to mulligan.
I'm being less greedy this game. Some people would say be more greedy in game two after you win game one. I think those people they don't get it. They haven't walked the tightrope that is the Beelzemon gameplay before. Like I said, you're either always the greediest player ever, or you're chilling and you're waiting for your moment to strike.
All right, how would you like to cut?
Half is fine.
That was good. All right.
Best of luck to you, friend.
As well. Ooh.
This battle could decide it all.
Ooh, okay. Let's Digivolve Sunomon into Tapermon here and draw. Okay, and then we're gonna pass you to 2. We're gonna Digivolve into Mirrormon at the back and draw.
So that Tapermon gives retaliation as inheritable, right?
It does.
Heck yeah, that's awesome. All right, I'm gonna hatch a Yamon. Let's evolve into an Impy Boy. I'm gonna draw a card. And I'm gonna end my turn by playing Porkamon. Porkoopamon. For 4, giving you 2. On play, I'm gonna mill the top 2. We've got Beelzemon, and we have an Iron Mako. Over to you.
I'll draw for turn. Let's gonna proceed and move this up. Let's Digivolve for 3 into our Wergurumon here and draw. And then you can go ahead.
I'm at 1.
Yes, you are.
Okay. This is a predicament, definitely. Man, dude, the fact that you can just evolve into a free level 6 and clear my entire board really makes me sad. But I can't just attack you and try to get value off this stupid Impmon. Ugh, it's so tough. I am not normally a patient player, but I think I have to be for this. Okay, this is the gamble that I'm taking because I won game 1, okay? If the comments ask, that's why I'm doing this play. No other reason. I'm going to take my Impmon and evolve into Witchmon for 2. I'm going to draw a card. Okay, and I'm going to mill the top 3 cards of my deck. 1, no. 2, no. 3, Deathslinger, let's go. I'm going to go to 0, baby. Oh, never punished. Thank the heavens. I'm now going to evolve into Balmon for 3. Give you 3. Draw. Let's mill 3 more. 1, 2, and 3. No effects. But he does gain the on-digivolving effect now. If there are 10 or more cards in trash on deletion, I can play a Beelzemon, and that checks when he's deleted, not before, which is very cool. Over to you, my good friend.
I shall draw for turn. Let's hatch. Let's Digimon to Tapermon here and draw. And then, what can we do this time? Maybe. 2. Back out. Okay. And the Beelzemon you have in trash
is the original one, the BT2 one. On Digivolve, delete a level 4 or lower, and he can warp on top of an Impmon.
And how much DP does it have?
11. Some people would say enough.
Very good. Very, very good. Okay, so this is what we're going to do first. We're going to attempt to swing our security with the Wergurumon. We're going to use this effect to trash a card from our hand to unsuspend. And then we're going to use Sunomon to draw 1 card because I have 6 cards in my hand.
Beautiful.
And yeah, we're going for security. A K1 check.
This is a conundrum because I know that you're just going to evolve into Metal Gar, and so you can just delete my Porcupine anyway, so I probably should just block with it. But if I block with it, you don't have the risk of dying to my security, which I kind of would love if that happened. So I have a conundrum for sure. And what's cool is you can't Baldy Blow and evolve into Metal Gar this turn, no matter how many cards you discard from your hand. So I'm feeling pretty confident that if I just have my Balmon in play, I'll have a board to do something on the next turn, even if that is just crash into your Metal Gar, gain 4 memory, and then pop off with my other cards in hand. So this is a tough one. I'm just gonna block. I'm gonna block with Porcupine.
Sounds good.
Porcupamon.
Block is good. Might have to be a little bit more defensive this time. So what we're gonna do here is we're gonna play the Tapermon for 3.
Ooh, he's mixing it up.
And then we're gonna Digivolve into Bakemon for 2.
I see.
This guy is a blocker, and it also does have retaliation because of Tapermon.
Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and draw for turn. Oop, you didn't see that. I'm gonna hatch a Yaman. I'm gonna evolve into Fascomon to draw. Let's play Candlemon for 3, give you 1. On play, I'm gonna trash the top 2 cards. We've got Wizardmon and Candlemon, so I'm actually gonna gain a memory back and go to 0. I guess then I'm just going to go for... Ooh, but I kind of want that on deletion effect. Is that just crazy to give you that much? That'd be so funny. No, it's got to be this. Let's go ahead and evolve into a Witchmon. Go to 2, draw. Using the effect, I'm going to trash the top 3. We've got Witchmon, we got Basco, and we got Balmon. Over to you. I have 14 cards in trash.
Sounds good. You shall draw for turn. Let's go ahead and 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 6. Yeah, so let's go ahead and swing our security with Wargurumon first. Let's use its effect to trash 1 card from our hand. We'll trash a Metal Gurumon Ace to unsuspend. And then Sunamon, because I have 6 cards in my hand, I shall draw 1. And that's it. A K1 check.
The check is 4K with Porcupamon.
Okay.
15 in trash.
So this time, let's gonna put you back to 1 again with Elecmon. We're gonna hard play it for 3 costs. On play, we're gonna draw 1 and trash 1. Let's trash the Pumpkinmon here, and then you can go ahead.
This strategy you have of making me play into your counter, I don't like it. I don't like it at all. I want you to know that very much. I am not happy right now. But it's fine. Everything's fine. I'm going to... Gosh, we're both just playing a super slow game right now. But let's see if we can get a little lucky. I'm going to evolve into Beelzemon to go to... You're going to go to 3. I'm going to draw. On Digivolve, I'm going to trash the top 4. We've got Beelstar, Skull Satamon, Iron Mako, and Skull Satamon. No triggers, but I have exactly 5, 10, 15, 19 cards in trash. So I'm only going to gain 1 memory off of his effect. Going to 2. Over to you.
Sounds good. Question, is Fascomon a blocker?
He very much is. He's a little guy. He cannot attack players, but he is a blocker.
Okay, so let's attempt to do this. Same play. Let's swing with Wargurumon. Let's use his effect to trash a card from my hand. We'll trash a Baldy Blow. And again, because I have 6 cards in my hand, let's draw 1 to unsuspend as well. And then a K1 check.
What's interesting is last time I argued the Porcupamon blocking was the best play, but right now in this situation, it's actually not a good play to block with the Fasco. So I'm going to take this 8K swing. And it reveals Rival's Barrage, which means I can delete your opponent's Digimon with the highest level, which is going to be your Garurumon there.
Very nice.
But I think either way, even if it didn't die, the ace couldn't have gotten rid of my Beelzemon because I have 2 tiny level Digimon. So
yes,
that could be pretty good. But I'll take a Rival's Barrage any day of the week.
In this case, we're going to put you back to 1 once again. This time we're going to Digivolve into this Garurumon here on top of the Bakemon, and then you can go ahead.
Okay, I'm going to draw. Hatch. Because you don't have Matt Ashita in play, I feel a bit safer now that I have my 20 cards in trash to just start swinging. Because I can gain the memory before. So I'm going to go ahead and declare an attack with Beelzemon at 16k, thanks to Ball and Witch. I'm going to use Yamon's Inheritable to mill the top 2 cards of my deck. We have Beelzemon and Wizard. I'm going to gain memory off Wizard. I have 22 cards in trash. I'm going to gain 2 more memory off Beelzemon, going to 4. And then he's going to gain plus security attack as he attacks you for 16. 2 checks. Any counters or blocks or anything of that nature?
No, that will be fine.
Okay,
we'll
16.
We'll let the
okay,
2 checks go through. 2k and a Matt Ishida.
Ooh, okay, so now you can gain potentially 4 memory when I attack. Good to know. Everything. Oh, that's crazy. Okay, I definitely need to pay attention to that. Okay, I'm so glad I used my brain. that could have been bad. Let's go ahead and play Impmon to go to 1, revealing 1, 2, 3, and 4. I'll take Beelzemon Blast Mode to my hand, and I'll take Ainmako. Actually, I can add both, right? Yes, I can. Put the rest here on the bottom of my very, very small deck. It's about like 7 cards, I think. Let me actually see. 3, 6, 7. I'm a genius. I'm now going to evolve into Beelzemon Blast Mode for 4. Draw. Because I have 20 or more cards in my trash, though, I'm actually going to gain 3 memory, and he's going to unsuspend. So I'm going to go to 0. I'm now going to declare an attack at security for 18, 2 checks, because he still keeps the plus security from the previous Beelzemon.
18, 2 checks. Okay, so here we are going to blast Digivolve here into Metal Garurumon and draw. So we're going to use Metal Garurumon's effect. We don't really need to trash too much, but we'll trash a Garurumon to gain the memory. I mean, we could use the mat. Let's just use the mat because it's gonna it should unsuspend. So we'll gain another memory, so that's 2. And then your 2 checks will now go through at 18. You said, right?
Yes.
Sounds good. 5k and 1k.
All right, it's over to you. You go to 3 thanks to Matashita.
Sounds good. So I will unsuspend and I'll draw for 10. Okay. Here, let's see. Impmon, we have that as well. Okay. Let's attempt to push this out.
Okay.
So we're gonna have to pop 2 things. What can we do after that? I suppose one hit. Okay. So what we're gonna do here, we're actually gonna have to actually. No, hold on. This could be pretty bad. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. Trash 1. Delete 1. Have to go through that. Pretty big thinking turn here, because this is going to be pretty much the last turn, I feel like, if not. 1, 2. So if we swing over that, get to pop another, and then we're gonna have to do that. Okay, so let's go for this. Let's go Metal Gurumon into security.
Okay.
We are going to use the Were Gurumon to trash a Garurumon from our hand. To delete a level 4 or lower Digimon, we're going to delete the Fascomon off of that.
Bang.
We are going to use the Maishida to gain a memory here. We are also going to use Metal Gurumon's when attacking effect to trash another Maishida. And we're going to attempt to delete your lowest level Digimon, which is going to be your Impmon. And then that will be security 1 check at 11.
The check is Death Slinger. I can activate this card's main effect, which is I can delete a Digimon level 4 or lower, but I actually gain 1 for every 10 cards in trash. I have at least 20. I'm going to just delete your ace.
Sounds good.
And then that'll trigger Overflow, which will bring us down to 0.
That sure does. Ooh, that was definitely unfortunate there. In that case, 1, 2... draw 1. No, don't have 1 there. Let's see. 1, 2, 3. Might just have to see what the best move is. 1, 2, draw 1, trash 1. You know what? Let's just go ahead and find out what you have. Let's go attempt to swing a security with a Lepmon here.
The check is Ballmon. So it's 7k.
Nice. We'll swing with Tapermon. We'll draw one with Sunomon's effect because we've got 5 cards in our hand.
It reveals Candlemon 1k. You're fine. He's a tiny boy.
We're gonna have to put you to 4, and we're gonna play Baldy Blow, and we are gonna take out your Witchmon with it. And you can go ahead.
Okay, doke. I'm gonna go ahead and draw. Let's go ahead and promote my Impy Boy. Let's go ahead and I think this might be the last turn. Only thing I really need to worry about, I think, is Baldy Blow. I don't think that matte option card does anything too scandalous that I need to worry about. So I'm going to declare an attack with Impmon. Using the effect, I'm going to pay 3 and evolve into a Beelzemon from my trash. I'm going to evolve into this guy. I'm going to draw and then mill 4 cards. One of them was Wizardmon, so I'm going to go to 2. Again, the last card in my deck is the EX2 Impmon, so I'm going to mill 3 more cards that don't exist. Let's see how many cards we have here. We've got 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 32. So I'm going to gain 3 memory going to 5. It'll be, and then I'm going to delete your Tapermon thanks to Impmon's effect. It's going to be 12 at security, 2 checks.
2 checks. And my last security is... Oh, it's actually a Breath of the Gods.
What is a god to a non-believer? Attack with blast mode. Woo!
That was a good game. That was a good game.
Good match, my friend. Both games. Dude, both games, no cards in my deck. That's the scary thing with going the long route with Beelzemon and not being like a monkey that just attacks whenever they have an opportunity to. So it's definitely skirting the line between setup and actually creating a lose condition for yourself. But I'm really glad I was able to like make up for the deck's quote unquote inconsistencies with aggression with its major consistencies in resources and removal, because something that I was really worried about going into this matchup was how am I going to deal with the aces. And I was like, well, I think there's 2 ways to go about it. Being really aggressive, but my deck isn't made to be aggressive. It's just made to be a quote-unquote half-strong Beelzemon deck. So without access to things like Beelzemon X Antibody or various ways to deal a bunch of damage out of nowhere, it's not really possible for me to OTK you. So I have to play a slower game. But luckily, thanks to things like 4 copies of Deathslinger and 4 copies of Wizardmon, I'm able to kind of gain the resources I need to, out of nowhere, blow up your entire board of aces if you end up trying to go for them while I'm busy setting up my trash, right? Because the one thing about specifically the Metal Garurumon deck is there's really no aggression. There's no like plus security attack, and the regression you do have with like where Garurumon is a level 5 that multi-attacks and runs the risk of running into powerful option cards or just more powerful Digimon, and thus you lose access to your counter. So I figured as long as I play around the counter to the best of my ability and I set up a big enough trash, I can snowball the aggression I need to in the late game to win. And as you can see by my no cards left in deck, I was barely able to get there both times. But I definitely think like if I were to pick up like Digimon decks right now, like I don't think Beelzemon is necessarily the one that is long-term going to be the best, because the cards in the ace deck are just going to be so versatile for any purple deck or any like combination of purple plus whatever color for who knows how long to come. But this is definitely a super solid strategy just out of the box, and every card's foil, so that's pretty cool. It's very shiny.
I mean, what you could do, since both of these are purple decks, you can get both of them and put them together somehow and come up with something really cool.
I like the way you think. What were some things you were noticing like with your deck during this matchup?
Like you said, I think the aggression is definitely lacking a little bit on the side of things. But there it is very fun to have, like, it's very advantageous when you're forcing your opponent to think, like making them think you have an ace card, right? Like, let's just say if they don't respect it in the first time around, you play it, then they realize how impactful it really is, and then afterwards they'll start respecting it, right? And then that's when you get to play a little bit of the mind games where you can actually pretend that you have one, even though you may not have one, and it forces them to think and they have to play around it, right? And they have to respect it as well, in case if you do, just leading to how big the change can happen, right, when you come with it. So that's the fun part. I like the psychology and a little bit of the psyching part.
We have more mind games in Digimon besides just the security. If you guys ever wondered out of the box which decks are better, this is a very isolated incident, but I think it definitely shows off the power of both decks. One at disrupting the opponent, and one at just going, screw it, let's be greedy and win. If we be greedy and lose, that's fine.